Hey, this is Kevin. We're just out here on my grandparents' farm where I used to hang out before I got paralyzed, and out here feeding the cows, checking on them. Wanted to take a minute to invite you to join a new YouTube channel that we're making. It's called Live With It. And the purpose of this channel is going to be for people who have gone through some stuff, or who are going through some stuff, or who in the future might be going through some stuff, to join and to hop on and watch some videos that we're going to be making, to listen to some things that I feel like God has shared on my heart to share with the world. Things I've learned as I've gone through being paralyzed for the last 31 years. Kind of neat that today we actually spent the day out here on the farm today with my youngest brother James, who, when he was 3 years old, a bird flew by and dropped a pile of you-know-what right on my shoulder. And I hollered out to him because I knew he'd like to help me with stuff, and I said, James, come here, I need your help. And he waddled over there and looked at me. He's like, what do you need? And I said, well, see that stuff there on my shoulder? I was just sitting here watching you play in the sandbox, and a bird flew by, dropped this on my shoulder. I'm pretty sure it's bird poop. And he was at that point where he was just about getting ready to wipe it off, but after I said that, he jerked his hand back and wrinkled up his nose, and he said, ooh, he said, I'm not going to touch that. So I said, okay, we'll go in the house and get Mom and have Mom come out, because I knew, she would take care of that. Because moms will do that kind of stuff for you, when nobody else will. So he went in and got Mom, and she came out and got the bird poop off my shoulder. But before he went in, he said something I'll never forget. It was almost like God was putting a big exclamation mark at the end of a lesson that he'd been trying to teach me. And he said, okay, I'll go get Mom, but if she doesn't want to wipe it off of there, then you're just going to have to learn to live with it. And I was pretty amazed and blown away at that statement, because, here's a little 3-year-old who's already learned one of the most important lessons in life, that sometimes there are circumstances that we wish that we could change, but we can't. And no matter how much we might pray and do everything that the scripture tells us to do, to change a circumstance, to get God to answer and do what we want him to do, sometimes that just doesn't happen. Maybe God tells us no, maybe he says wait. For whatever reason, we don't always know why God does what he does, and it's hard sometimes to understand. But at a very young age, we learn that there are things we have to learn to live with. And James was just letting me know that, if I didn't get that off my shoulder, he was going to just make sure that I had to learn to live with it, because he wasn't going to do anything about it. Well, I ended up writing a book called Learning to Live With It, based on that story and based on, my life, which is basically for the last 31 years being paralyzed, has kind of been a process of learning to live with that paralysis. The bad news I got from the doctor one day when he told me I'd never walk again definitely wasn't something I wanted. And I tell you, I prayed and I've hoped and done everything that I thought I could do, to get God's attention to heal me. And yeah, I still believe God could heal me, but for whatever reason, I'm still sitting in this wheelchair. And you know what? That's okay, because over the years I've learned that sometimes through our weaknesses, God reveals his strength and his power in ways that he couldn't in any other way. So anyway, I just want to encourage you today to learn to live with the things that you're going through in your life right now that maybe you can't change. You might wish that you could, but sometimes we have to learn to live with unwanted circumstances. So I hope that you will join my channel. Keep looking out for more videos, and God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.